Okay, so we'll start with what I call the hotbed. And I call it that because in the late summer I like to put hot colored flowers. We'll have the crocosmia, lucifer will begin to bloom, and we've got some daylilies that will be blooming in kind of hot colors. The painter's palette, persicaria. I grew that from seed. It's pretty easy from seed, but it doesn't seem to go nuts in the garden, which is great. This rose is called Colette, little climbing rose, and the raven from the Lewis and Little gardens that I got the last time Carolyn was here. One of the things I love about this garden is this euchera right here. I believe it's a Velosa hybrid, but it came up in the garden by itself, and I've just tried to multiply it because I love the bronze color. In the spring, with this Exbury azalea in the background, it really is glorious. I have a Musa Baju, which is a hardy banana. Seemed to overwinter very easily this year, which is not usual. I usually have to protect it. And a little barberry, little dwarf barberry in the foreground. This maple is from Heronswood, and it's called Eskimo something. I can't remember exactly, but it is it's particularly beautiful in the spring when it opens up in a variegated pink and white form. It's very pretty. And here's some Linaria, I think. It's a type of flax that I'm going to be a little bit sorry that I started from seed because they're a little bit crazy, and I may have trouble controlling them. But I like the little flowers. Possibly they would do better in a sunnier spot. Maybe they'd stand up a little straighter. And I have these columbine I particularly like. They're on their way out, but they have a clematis-shaped flower. I don't know if I can get in there. Try to lift up its little head. I don't know if you can see the clematis-shaped flower. And we have a bunch of hellebores in this garden. They bloom in the late winter and offer a little bit of color. And a bunch of hostas. My goal in this garden at this point is to tone it down a little bit. It goes a little bit nuts. Things are starting to fill in a little too much. And here's the rest of this area. This particular rose is Rosa mutabilis, so named because the colors of the flowers are mutable, so they change. And I cut this back really hard every year, and it doesn't need disease protection or anything. I really like that particular rose. Here's my smoke trees that I love. Two of them got crushed in our winter storm, so now they're coming back as shrubs. You can kind of see right here the smoke tree coming back as a shrub, and I'll probably just see what it does by itself before I start pruning around on it. Back here, one of the easiest beds, my recycle bin and my work area. One of the easiest beds, I don't have to really do anything to this bed, is just a bunch of sedums, a bunch of tall sedums, and violet, I think it's Viola odora, which just fills this part of the garden with fragrance, absolutely wonderful fragrance. And in the fall or late summer, these sedums will be blooming, and they will offer quite a lot of fall color and even winter interest with their seed heads. More work area. This is a native, what they call an Indian plum, and you can see right here the fruits. There are the fruits, the birds love them, and this is quite prolific. One of the issues with native plants, which of course I love to put native plants in, but nobody can say that they are any less invasive than other plants when it comes to taking over the garden. This is one of those Dan Hinckley plants that everybody wants up here. It's a little bit related to some of the native stuff that we have. It's a Mahonia, and I'm trying to remember the cultivar of it, and it's escaped me. But I love it because it blooms in the late winter. You can see that it gets pretty tall, and it has these awesome turquoise fruits. You just can't shake a stick at that. No muss, no fuss plant, and the birds like it too. And this is, I've got daylilies in this particular bed. Oh, and this is the very first time that this jasmine has bloomed. Little tiny blooms, maybe I'll get more than that. This is Rosa glauca, so named because the leaves are this lovely blue-green shade. And I just kind of like it for a little bit of a cool backdrop against these daylilies. And we have some other lilies coming in. And one of my prolific butterfly bushes. The butterfly bushes up here, if you get the species, they are kind of taking over the world. We've got them growing in all the roadsides, and the garden Nazis get a little bit upset at that, but this particular cultivar does not set seed, so I feel pretty safe in growing it. It's fine. Next we'll do this garden. And there's Ema. Hi, Ema. She's pruning for me. Hurrah!